So you have some really grainy video footage and you don't know how to clean it up. Well, I'm going to show you how to clean it up in just a few moments. Super easy. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, my name is Adam Berardi. I'm a cinematographer and a documentary filmmaker, and today I'm going to show you how to clean up the grain in your image using DaVinci Resolve. So recently, I was at an event where I was shooting the entire event. I used my Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera for that, and a lot of the time I was moving from very bright conditions to very, very dark conditions in a building with black walls, people wearing very dark clothing, and just not a whole bunch of light. So some of the images that I got from that event were a little too grainy for me. But it's okay because with DaVinci, they have a nice option where you can clean that stuff up, no problem. So I'm gonna show you how to use that right now. So we've loaded the clip onto DaVinci Resolve. I shot this at about 2000 ISO. It was very dark. As you'll notice, the gentleman in this video is holding up a flashlight to help the hairstylist color this young lady's hair. There's a lot of noise and grain in this video, and while I don't mind a little bit, I think it adds to the character. I think this is a bit too much for what we're going for, so I want to eliminate some of that. And it's really simple to do. What we're going to do is go down to the bottom here, and we're going to go all the way over to our color tab, which is right here, and we're going to open that up. And yours might look a little bit different depending on what you have already opened. Mine's almost always on the color wheels and ready to go. And what you'll notice is that this is a very flat image. I shot this in B-RAW. You might have shot yours in Rec 709 or 2020, or there's a number of different ways you could have shot your footage, but the noise is still there, and this will work for you as well. However, I will say that it is much better to shoot in a flat profile to do this, or to do this before you begin to color grade. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go down to this little icon right here. This is motion effects. We're going to click on it, and you'll see a bunch of different options here. What we want to do is we want to go over to the temporal. And for me, I think that sampling 3 frames is usually enough. You have a couple different options here. I often go to better because I do move the camera a little bit, and if you're doing it fast, if you have a steady shot and there's nothing moving in your background, like maybe you're shooting a sunset and there's nothing there, or some sort of landscape, faster's okay. But for me, I always go to better. And then you just change your temporal threshold, and you'll notice that the luma and chroma are locked together. So when you move one, the other one moves, and you can just move this until you'll already notice it's starting to fade. I have it at 9.8 and it looks pretty clean. I do like a little bit of noise, so I don't want to clean it up too much, and the further you push this, the more it'll degrade your image. So just to show you, if I brought up to 40, the image starts to become more and more blurred and more degraded. So you want to do as little as possible. Less is always more. But I'm gonna keep mine at 9. I think that's a pretty clean image. There's also some options for spatial noise. You can always play with this and see what happens to it to achieve your desired effect. Now we go back in to the color tab. Let's blow this up and we can really see what it looks like. So this is what it looks like right now with the noise removal that I've done. Now we can reset this and we can see where it was. Very noisy in comparison to where we are now. I'm going to lower it a little bit more because I think that's a little bit too unnatural for me. And now when I go back to the color wheel and it's time to color correct or color grade, we can do that. We can, raise the whites somewhere to where they're supposed to be and raise the blacks to where they need to be. And you'll start to see a really nice image come out of this. It didn't take a lot of work to get that beautiful, perfect image. And just to illustrate once more, if we go back to the motion effects and we reset everything, we'll notice there is a considerable amount of grain in that image. It's not unusable, but for a finished product, I didn't want to go that far. So all in all, that's the end of the image. Just a little bit of of correction there. No color grading done yet, but you can actually see that it is a much nicer image now. Less noise, definitely. And it's just easy as just going over to here to this tab to motion effects and selecting temporal NR, and you know, just try it out, see what you think. Okay guys, well that's it. So simple, right? If you like what you saw today, if you found it helpful, do me a favor. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe for me, and until next time, bye.